There is one country, a land that gave birth to one of the world's greatest empires, a nation that has survived invasions, revolutions, sanctions, and decades of international pressure. A country that continues to shape the politics of the Middle East, even today. Its name is Iran. But here's the question. Why does almost every major global conflict in the Middle East somehow involve Iran? Why do the world's most powerful militaries pay such close attention to this single nation? And why do many military experts describe Iran as one of the most difficult countries to conduct a large-scale military campaign against? The answer isn't just its military. It isn't only its missiles or its allies. The real answer begins with something far older. Its geography. Towering mountain ranges, vast deserts stretching for hundreds of kilometers, narrow coastlines guarding one of the world's most important oil routes, and a civilization that has mastered this land for more than 2,500 years. Iran is not just another country on the map. It is a nation where history, geography, and strategy come together to create one of the most influential powers in the modern world. So, how did an ancient kingdom become one of today's most important geopolitical players? What secrets lie beneath its mountains? Why has this land remained so difficult to dominate throughout history? And how does its location continue to influence global politics? In today's documentary, we'll travel back to the rise of the mighty Persian Empire, explore the birth of modern Iran, discover the geography that has shaped its destiny, and uncover why this nation remains one of the most strategically important countries on Earth. Stay with us until the end, because the final chapter may come.
The story of Iran begins nearly 3,000 years ago. Back then, the country wasn't known as Iran. The world called it Persia. In 550 BCE, a remarkable leader changed the course of history. His name was Cyrus the Great. He united scattered tribes and kingdoms to establish the Achaemenid Empire, one of the first great multinational empires in human history. Within just a few decades, the Persian Empire stretched from the western borders of the Indian subcontinent to Egypt, Anatolia, and parts of Europe. At its peak, nearly 40% of the world's population lived under Persian rule. But Persia's greatness wasn't built on military victories alone. It developed advanced roads, an efficient postal system, a sophisticated administration, and a style of governance that inspired many future empires. Then came Darius the Great. During his reign, the famous Royal Road was built, connecting thousands of kilometers across the empire and allowing messages to travel faster than ever before. Persia had become more than just an empire. It had become one of the greatest civilizations of the ancient world. But no empire lasts forever. In 330 BCE, Alexander the Great conquered the Persian Empire. Yet even after its fall, Persian culture, language, and identity survived. And over the centuries, they became the very foundation of the nation we know today as Iran.
After the fall of the Persian Empire, new powers rose across the region. The Parthian Empire, followed by the Sasanian Empire, once again made Persia one of the world's greatest civilizations. Then, in the 7th century, Arab Muslim armies entered Persia, marking the beginning of a new era. Over time, Islam became the country's dominant religion. Yet Persia never lost its unique identity. Its language, culture, and traditions survived through centuries of change. In 1935, another historic transformation took place. The country officially asked the international community to use the name Iran instead of Persia. Later, the Pahlavi dynasty launched an ambitious program of modernization. Factories were built. Education expanded. Modern infrastructure transformed the country. But alongside these reforms came political repression, growing inequality, and public dissatisfaction. Everything changed in 1979. Millions of Iranians joined a revolution that brought down the monarchy. Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi left the country. Soon after,
Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile. Iran was transformed from a monarchy into the Islamic Republic of Iran. This revolution didn't just reshape Iran. It fundamentally changed the political landscape of the Middle East and redefined Iran's relationship with much of the world. Even today, the impact of the 1979 Islamic Revolution continues to influence global politics.
Now we arrive at one of the biggest questions. Why is Iran's geography discussed so often? The answer lies in its remarkable landscape. Covering nearly 1.65 million square kilometers, Iran is one of the largest countries in the Middle East. To the west rises the massive Zagros mountain range. In the north stands the Alborz Mountains, home to Mount Damavand, the highest peak in Iran. These rugged mountain ranges can make large-scale ground operations more difficult by limiting movement and creating natural obstacles. But the mountains are only part of the story. At the heart of Iran lie two vast deserts, the Dasht-e-Kavir and the Dasht-e-Lut. These are among the hottest and driest places on Earth, creating harsh conditions for prolonged military operations. Then there is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow waterway connects the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman and serves as one of the world's most important energy corridors. A significant share of global oil shipments passes through this strategic passage every day. Iran's geography combines mountains, deserts, coastlines, and strategic waterways into a uniquely challenging environment. For this reason, many defense analysts consider Iran's terrain a major factor that could complicate the planning and execution of any large-scale military campaign. However, geography alone does not determine the outcome of modern warfare. Technology, air power, intelligence, logistics, and political decisions all play equally critical roles. Today, Iran is more than the heir to one of the world's oldest civilizations. It is one of the Middle East's most influential nations. The country possesses some of the world's largest proven reserves of oil and natural gas, making it an important player in global energy markets. Over the years, Iran has also invested heavily in developing its missile programs, drone technology, and other defense capabilities. As a result, it remains a key focus of regional and international security discussions. At the same time, Iran faces significant challenges. Years of economic sanctions, inflation, unemployment, and diplomatic tensions have placed considerable pressure on its economy. Yet, with a population of nearly 90 million people, Iran continues to play a major role in regional affairs because of its history, strategic location, and national identity. Iran's story teaches us an important lesson. A nation's strength is not measured only by its military. It is also shaped by its history, its people, its culture, and the land on which it stands. After thousands of years of triumphs and setbacks, the legacy of ancient Persia still lives on in modern Iran. And that is why Iran is more than just a country. It is a living story of history, geography, and geopolitics. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching.